we on? Is this thing on? Sorry. I'm pretty sure that I'm probably going to have a delay here. And I'm so I think what happened is I upgraded the software and it defaulted all the settings on me, and now I can't find where I can adjust the delay. So that's something I need to deal with, but the delay is not going to be a problem once we get to building. So here's the plan. Sorry, I haven't been on in a long time. Working and all that fun stuff. So I'm gonna show you this pretty cool book that I found in my stuff. I don't know where I got it, but I have it. And then we're gonna work on the Academy Hetzer late that I've got sitting here, and I was like, I need something simple. I need something that's going to just go together, and I don't have to deal with a bunch of stuff, and it's going to be easy to paint. So we'll see how far along we can get tonight. Maybe we can get it all put together and we'll paint it tomorrow. I don't know. So anyway, as far as the book goes, this is the VFW. VFW put this out, Pictorial History of World War II Memorial Edition. This was printed in 1951. It's 388 pages of pictures. It's not in the greatest shape. But this one is Volume 1, The War in Europe. I don't know how many different ones there are. This is the only one I have. And like I said, I don't know where I got it. I have no idea where this came from. But it is chock full of photographs of various things. Obviously, there's a little bit of text in it. But let's see. There's the French, Battle of France. What is this? Norway. Man, it smells like an old book too. I love books. What is this? London. The Blitz, you know, that whole shebang. Oh, here's Tobruk. No, these aren't the greatest photos, you know. But, you know, they're not like detail photos or anything, but they are period photos. They're the real thing. And a lot of them we've seen before. This is pretty cool. Battle of Sidi Rezai, November 28th, 1941. Hey, there's a KV-1. Pretty cool. I'm only on page like 117. What is this? Oh, this looks like prep for Operation Torch. All the landing ships. Anyway, you get the idea. There's a lot of stuff in here. And like I said, there's nothing, I haven't seen anything really spectacular, but there's some great, just some great general reference photos of things. Oh, here's a color picture of a couple of P-47s and a B-25. There's another color picture. Okay, these are two color pictures in here, which are interesting. Those are the only ones I've seen in here. Top one, Operation Strangle, spring of 44, 12th and 15th Air Force, bridges, rail centers, blah, blah, blah. Brenner Pass. B-25 and two P-47s over a wrecked bridge in Brenner Pass. Huh. And let's see here. Let's fester through here a little bit. Here's St. Lo and stuff after D-Day. Anyway, lots of different stuff in here. So, you know, these old books are treasure troves of stuff. And it just goes on and on and on. But, like I said, I have no idea where I got this. But it is pretty cool. All right. So, what are we going to do here? First, I'm going to get some tea. And then I will pan the camera down and we'll get to work. How's that? No, it's not on. Can you hear me now? Are you kidding? I hope you're kidding. Did I just go through all that for no reason? No. No. Well, the microphone shows it's recording. You know it's on. Oh. You had me worried there for a second. Like, holy crap, did I really just do that? I mean, it wouldn't surprise me. Wouldn't be the first time. Right? Okay. So, let me clean off a little bit of space here. And get me a cutting board. And we'll get to work. I have an airbrush needle on my desk. I have no idea where it came from. That's probably not a good thing. Okay. I did some sanding on the 104 today. Some more sanding on the 104. I think I got these sides all. I need to do a little bit more right here, but this is all, I think this is all pretty smooth here. So we'll see what happens. It's okay. I was just like, no, it can't be not working. All right. So let me tilt this down and we'll start doing stuff here. Okay, that's not, my thing fell down apparently at some point. It used to be higher than that. What happened? What happened? There we are. How's that? Okay. Now it's too far. I am totally out of control here. Okay. Let's see. Should I shut this one off? I'm going to shut this one off. There we go. So what we have here is the Academy Hetzer Late. And there's not a whole lot to this thing. I will tell you right out of the gate, I am not going to do this ambush camo scheme with the circles. Well, I shouldn't just flat out say that I'm not going to do it, but I'm probably not going to do it. Because I don't know, there's much more interesting late war schemes than these. I mean, these are difficult, or they're kind of difficult to paint, but I don't think they're that great. I mean, they give you this mask set for it, but the paint scheme itself doesn't do much for me. So we're not going to worry about that right now. But it's, if you haven't seen the box top, this is it. This is what this camo is supposed to look like. And the mask set probably works pretty good as long as you do the, don't put all the handle, you know, the handholds and stuff on it before you try and mask it and paint it. So anyway, just go through this real quick here. There's not much here. It's a one-piece haul. There's a few parts here, a few parts there, a few parts here, a few parts there. Everywhere a part. Anyway, and the back here, there's, you know, some stuff. Really, from the only thing I can tell that's really different from the early kit is the rear deck, but I could be wrong. I'm not a Hetzer aficionado. Apparently, there were early, mid, and late Hetzers. So whatever. I mean, the exhaust, the layout on the rear deck and the exhaust are obvious differences that I could see in pictures. But anyway, so I'm going to put these instructions over here so that I can see what's going on, and we're going to build this sucker. I don't think this is going to take too long. This is the Hetzer is based on a 38T Czech chassis. And the 38T is one of my favorite vehicles. Oh, there's a piece of photo etch. Just because it's I don't know, the original 38T kit from Italy was just one of those early kits that I was enthralled with when I was a kid, that I was just mesmerized by. I don't know why, but so I kind of got to where I liked them. And all right, where are those? Are A. Oh, we're using letters. We're using letters instead of numbers. There's the crew figures. That's like the upper hull stuff. Where are the... There's tracks. Where are the... Okay, A and C and all of this stuff. Let's see. Oh, they do have numbers. Interesting. Oh, You have, oh, there's subassembly A. So, okay. I understand now. Like, what are we doing here? Oh, that was my phone. That was probably bad. Did I break it? Did I break it? Did I break it? No. Okay. All right. Where is my jar with my saw? Hang on a second here. What do I do with my saw? Wow, you gotta be kidding me. I just had it here. I was tidying up. I probably put it somewhere that I won't be able to find it now. Oh no, I took the saw out of the jar. Okay. Let me get all my knives up here out of my way so I don't hurt myself too badly. There we go. Family's upstairs watching that Good Doctor show. It's like, whatever. Want to be House. You can't be House. House was already done. And House was way too good of a show for somebody trying to rip it off. House is my hero. Actually, I might be his hero. No, I'm not that bad. I can be. Are those at an angle? Okay, I'm going to turn this light on over here. Let's see what happens. I don't want to blow the image out. Actually, this will be easier to do with the blade in my hand. This is at a bevel right here. So in order to not to have to clean up so much, I'm just going to take this blade here and work it by hand. Eliminate as much cleanup as possible. Got one more day off before I got to go back to work. They're trying to get me to go to... Yesterday they're trying to get me to go to Aspen. Today they're asking about going to Aspen or Durango. Going to Durango for a week. It's like, no, what did I tell you yesterday? I'm still on probation. I'm not going anywhere. Doesn't make sense to me to send your people that are on probation off to other work sites. It's like, well, how are you supposed to make sure that they're doing what they're doing if you're sending them off to doing what they're supposed to do if they're sending them off to other places? Unless maybe they think I'm doing fine. It didn't seem that way a week ago, but whatever. Okay, this is interesting. All right, so the sprue gates actually attach on top of the mating surface, which is good. At least it's not on the surface detail. So, you know what I'm going to do here? I'm going to cut this off, and then I'm going to come back and get rid of these. I'm going to, I need to order me some of those nice side nippers. like the God hand ones or something. Okay, make sure there's no parts on here before you throw this away. All right, where are we at? So let me jump in here real quick and get these out of here. I really think once I get the parts off the tree, this thing's going to go fast. Okay, I need to trim that back a little more because that's just not working for me. There we go. Things were in my way. So I'm just using the blade itself to keep it level with the surface here. Perpendicular with the surface. Perpendicular with the surface is probably the better term. There we go. Still going to need to hit it with a sanding stick, but it's pretty good. Much better than headpiece. Would you follow this man into a revolution? Of course not, because you have half a brain. Why did that pop into my head? Too funny. So this is a JLC saw blade. This is a JLC saw. I've talked about this before, and it's really one of my favorite tools by far. And this is a JLC saw blade so sometimes it's the handle's kind of in the way, so you can just take the blade and just use that itself. In some instances it's just easier, so that's what I've done here. And now I'm going to come in here. There's still a little bit of a proud piece here. So I'm just coming in and getting those things gone. You don't know what you got till it's gone. Yeah. Yeah, something like that. Come on, come on, come on. So they're telling me the mail is slowing down, which I find interesting because I would have told you that I've observed the exact opposite, that I've been picking up a lot more cards and letters and stuff than I had seen when I first started. Not that I've been there that long. I think my hire date was February 15th. So, and then I had training, and all that stuff. So I don't think I think I didn't actually start doing anything for 2 weeks after that. Oh, come on, you little stubby guys. Get off of there. Okay. Not sure. I mean, I get why they do this, why they put the attachment point of the gate on the gluing surface. because then it's not on the detail area, but I'm not sure I really like it. All right. How's that? I think that'll work. Okay. Not that I needed that part right now at all. I need to do so we got 18 and 19. Okay. So we got 18 goes with 20. Okay. 18 goes with 20. I'm going to have one for each side. Glad this thing doesn't have ridiculous amounts of track links and stuff. Some of these moving suspensions and stuff on some of these newer kits are just crazy. Okay, 18 and 20. And then over here, we're going to have 19 and 21. I was watching the Chieftain was doing a video on scale. Did a video on scale modeling. I guess it was a couple of days ago. I was just watching it last night. It was pretty funny because he was talking about working on where do you get the Ming BMP or something? And he was like talking about how there's track links are like 4 pieces each, or 4 or 5 pieces each. Track pads are separate and all this stuff. And I'm like, yeah. Yep. Yep. Careful what you ask for, you just might get it, right? Okay. Just a real quick cleanup with the sanding stick here. All right. So yeah, they're like, oh, you may not have many hours next week if the mail volume doesn't pick up. And it's like, well, I don't know. You got me on a schedule for a full week, so we'll see what happens. I mean, they can change my schedule at any time, which is fine. I was telling my wife, I'm like, I'm going to laugh if they call me tomorrow and tell me they need me after telling me that things are really slow. I'm sure they are. You know, I don't know. I haven't really been there long enough to know what's slow and what's not. I had one carrier tell me, and this is a guy that's been around for like 10 years, tell me that it really takes like 9 months for you to get good at the job. Okay, so this goes like this. Is that what we're doing here? That appears to be what we're doing here. And it's a little sloppy. So I guess you're supposed to kind of guess where it goes exactly. Okay, that did not. Wow, really? That one's being a bear. There you go. Whoops. A little deep. It's all right. It'll be fine. Yeah, this is the better way to do these. This is this plastic's pretty soft, which is good. It's not super soft like some of those Airfix kit plastics, but it's pretty soft. Oh. My hands are not liking this. My left hand's definitely hurting. Getting old, man. Getting old. Falling apart. Oh man, my brother, I was talking to my brother earlier. You get your stimulus money yet? No, I didn't know I was supposed to get it. I thought they were doing that for a week or two or whatever. Well, I heard it was today. Then apparently my son heard the same thing, or one of his coworkers did. And I'm like, I don't know. I mean, it doesn't really matter. The only thing I'm going to be stimulating is the local Home Depot. I got some fences I got to get up. Oh yeah, my hands are killing me. Whew. Well, that's not a good thing. All right. We went to the grocery store yesterday, and they actually had stacks of toilet paper. No paper towels, but they had toilet paper. And actually what I needed was paper towels. I guess that's just the way it's going to be, huh? Whatever you need, we don't have. We have the opposite. Okay, whatever. So if I have the hull this way, does it matter? Are they sided? Are they handed? I don't understand why they're different part numbers if it's not actually handed. Because it doesn't look like they're handed. It doesn't say. Well, that's really weird. So the instructions show, I mean, these parts are different part numbers for these two different assemblies, but the instructions don't differentiate between the two, because they call them both subassembly A, and then it shows you to put subassembly A on the hull, but it doesn't. Weird. So let's see if we can actually see any difference in these at all. I don't really see anything. Huh. Okay. Whoa. Side by side. They look identical. Okay, Academy, I don't understand what you're up to, but whatever. Oh yeah, that's MEK. Woo! Well, that would suck if I already screwed this up. I like the bathtub style halls where the things just, they just give you the walls already put together. I mean, I can obviously put the things together, but this just seems to make sense on an armor kit because it's kind of the critical piece. Okay. All right. Let's see now. What's next? C6 and C7. Okay. Thing was already halfway off. Sometimes when they're like that, there's nothing you can do. This one is in much better shape. Oh, these other pieces are off of sprue G. Where is sprue G? There's sprue G. Okay, we'll worry about that in a minute. Let me put the lid back on this before I pass out. All right. Tell you what, I'm about ready to go. I'm ready to go back to work. I've been off. I worked Monday. Monday was the last time I worked. I know a lot of you have been off a lot longer. I'm not meaning to belittle that at all, but I am so ready to go back to work. It's so hard when everybody's home. Well, my son's working, my wife's working from home, my 2 high schoolers are doing high school from home, and it's a bit challenging at days. I don't know, maybe I should feel good that I'm needed. And sometimes I do. But there are some days when it's like, oh. And I'm sure we've all had those days. So like tonight, they were up there watching, getting ready to start watching The Good Doctor. I'm like, you guys going to watch this for a while? Yeah, why? Because if you are, I'm going to go downstairs and do something for me. And here I am. Whoa, no! Where to go, where to go, where to go? Ah. I shall return. I have to dive. Sound the klaxon. Where did you go, you little pesky thing? Man, I think probably bounced halfway to New Mexico. Nope. Is that it? No, that's not it. Ah, there it is. Got it. Well, that wasn't much fun. Just getting started here. Okay. Try this a different way. There we go. Okay. So is this thing rounded, or is it? It looks like it's keyed. It is keyed. Interesting. Okay. Move this up just a hair. Move it up just a hair. Okay, that looks pretty good. Yeah, these are keyed. That's interesting. Something I want to do before I mount these is I'm going to hit these wheels again real quick. There we go. That's better. All right. And then these go like that. They go like that. They're actually form fitted. I'll show you when I do the second one here. So if you look at the hull here, you have this indentation. And if you look at this, where it mounts up to the hull, there's a flat spot on it, and the flat spot goes in that indentation so that the thing sits level. Or parallel with the ground. I keep saying level, but parallel is actually more appropriate. Okay, there's that. Now what do we need? G21 and G23. Oh, they're right there. Okay. I'm dreaming if I think I'm going to get this put together tonight. There's a lot more to this than More than meets the eye. It's more than meets the eye. Transformers, right? Transformers. Wow, that's really thin. What am I going to do there? I think I'm going to come in here with this. That's what I think. All right, hang on. Get this out of my way. Yeah, all right, so we're going to do this. We're going to take this guy. There we go. Now that I got that separated, I can just the scalpels aren't really good for this kind of stuff because they're so flimsy. The regular old X-Acto knife works much better. But that was pretty delicate in there, so I was trying to... Okay, so this one's 21, this one's 23. Alright, so this one's like this. So what can I do? Can I glue these on and then clean them up? I think I can. So 21. Yeah, okay, that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to glue these on and then clean them up. I'm probably going to glue my finger to this thing. It's possible. Nope. Sometimes that's a better thing to do. You're better off gluing the part in place and then doing the cleanup on it. It's a little risky because if you screw it up, it's already glued on, but you know, we've been doing this a long time. We don't make mistakes, right? All right, is that step one complete? No. B23 and G18 and B24 and G19. Uh-oh. Okay. So here is G18 and 19. What is that? Baker 23. That's the other sprue. All right, this is the last sprue. We got to open up the last sprue here. a piece of string. You're stringing me along. Okay, what am I looking for? B23 and B24. Oh, that's these guys up here. So this one's 23, and this one's 24, okay. Nice about the nose dive off this table and go right into my foot. There's 24. Okay, and then '18 and 19. So here's 18. And here's 19. Okay. So I left everything on these so that I can clean them up, do a better job of getting them cut down close to the sprue. Oh, where's my binoculars? My headgear. There we go. There we are. Okay. So what are we looking at here? What is this supposed to look like? So this is just straight across cut here. Okay. And this one looks like it's rounded. Yes, it is. It's rounded a little bit. And this one is just straight, flat out. Okay, so there's that. So the straight one here that's just got a, you know, there's no curve or anything where this thing meets. I just cut that off with the saw. But the one, if I can keep my fingers out of the way, the other one just came off. So the other one, it's a rounded top on it. So what I got to do is after I get so I leave the sprue gate a little proud and then hit it real quick with the sanding stick to round it off. Come on, guy. You're tiny. He just wants to jump out of my hand. Okay, there's that. And really all you can do with this little stuff is just, you have to be really gentle with the tool because you just end up knocking it out of your hand. And You don't want that, obviously. Okay, this is a little bit bigger, so I'm just going to come in here with the saw on these big gates and just knock them off. This blade's got a coarse side and a fine side. I'm actually using the fine side right now. But the gate's so fine that it just comes right off. So on this round part, here's how I do the round part. So what I do is I'll put my jaws down at the base, and when I close the jaws, I pull. And that usually gives you a little uptick there, and boom, you're done, just like that. Boom. So let me do that first here on this one. So I just grab it at the base and I pull while I'm cutting. And again, with the knife, I just use the edge of the piece as a guide, or with the saw, I mean, to keep it straight. And we're off. That one I got a little off course, but boom, there we go, fixed. Once the glue hits it, you'll never even know it. Okay, there's our pieces. Get all this other stuff out of here. Trash can, one of the most important tools you have. Get this excess stuff out of your way as soon as possible. All right, so how does this go together? So this is like this. Oh, this goes over here like this. It appears, is that correct? It appears that that is correct. Okay. All right. I'm really starting to lose the dexterity in my hands, and I can feel it. I notice it in different things. Probably need to mention that to my doctor the next time I get to see him. If I ever get to see him again. The way we're going. Okay. Now, and then this goes like this. Oh. How interesting is that? And then this one goes over here, obviously. Okay, there's step one. Whew. That was much more work than I thought it was going to be. All right, let's see here. Where do I go from here, huh? One thing I gotta remember is I gotta remember to paint the interior of this thing black before I seal it up. Okay, so I got all these C1s and C2s and C3s and C4s and 22s and 23s. There's all kinds of stuff going on here. Where do I start? I don't know. I'm starting to run out of energy. Maybe I shouldn't start anywhere right now. Yeah, I think that's it for now. Let's stop and take a break, and we'll go from there. I gotta go see if I took my meds. All right. Hey, that's it for now. Hope you guys are doing well and everybody's surviving out there. And if everything goes right, we'll see you back here in a little bit. Take care of the people you love. Bye.